out here on the Yamaha R1 for a quick first impressions video. It's getting dark as you can see, so we'll see how this turns out. But I thought I would do a quick first impression video as long as I'm out here, since I've only had the bike for a couple days. And this would be a true first impression video, since I haven't ridden it much. So my first impression is Toce exhausts are extremely loud. I'm sure you guys can hear this coming through the microphone, but oh my gosh, like, I'm gonna have to get some dB killers for this thing. I'm pull the clutch in just to give it. I got earplugs in. I pull the clutch in just to give all those people around here a break in my ears, right? I mean, this is just like out of hand. First and second gear, I mean, okay, so third gear, like down here, 4,000 RPMs, whatever, it's not bad. But like, man, you get up in the higher RPMs in first and second, and it is just absolutely screaming at you. And everyone within a half-mile radius, right? That is wild stuff. Alright, so that's my first impression is Toce exhausts on R1s are extremely loud. And this is an 09 R1. Got somebody up here. I'm gonna be disturbing him with my loud noises, I'm sure. My next impression here is, man, how incredibly planted this bike is going around corners. I'll show you later on when I get up here to some corners. But man, going around corners, the Q3 Plus tires and the geometry of this bike is incredibly planted. I'm going to be honest with you guys, it is hard for me to keep my train of thought with a bike this loud. It is that loud on this bike. Like, it is like excessive with the Toce exhaust, with no dB killer, no baffle, right? It's like, yeah. Get it? Woo! Wow. Okay, third first impression. The torque on this machine is just absolutely unbelievable. How does it compare to the Hayabusa? Well, the Hayabusa is smoother. The Crossplane engine on this bike is like, it's rougher, down low. It's hard to describe. It reminds me most of the Ducati S2R1000 that we had on the channel a while back. It's hard to describe it. It's like, in the low revs, it's kind of rough. It's not a real smooth bike. The boost is smoother all the way through the whole rev range. But when this power comes on, the power band on this, I don't know, guys. I mean, it's got more horse than the Busa by a little bit. Probably another, I don't know, 10, 20 horse in the Busa. Stick in the road. But, yeah, it's like, it's more of a violent, like, I've got it in standard mode, too, so I don't have this in, like, A mode for the throttle, because it's different traction modes. We are not going to go hit the hard twisties when it's this dark with this new bike that I'm unfamiliar with. That would be a bad idea, I think. So yeah, my third first impression is the torque on this is absolutely unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. See how it's like choppy though down low here? It's like it's not happy being below 4,000 RPM. It's not smooth. Once you get above it, oh man. Woo! Smooths right out. Tips in real nice like. And man, are these tires, these Q3 Plus, like I said before, man, are they ever planted. I mean, it's a combination of the bike geometry too, I'm sure, but gotta be careful. This corner's been a lot of trash in this corner. Yep, there it is. People running over the side there and throwing trash all over the road. All right. Well, I'm starting to get used to how loud this thing is as I'm riding now. I'm getting desensitized, I guess you could say. And yeah, so I guess you get used to it. I'm not sure the people you ride by do get used to it, but you do. And my fourth first impression is the brakes on this bike. I do like the feel of the rear brake. It's not wood. It has good feeling to it. But the front brake, I mean, okay, so little caveat here. I did bleed and replace all the brake fluid last night, front and rear, with liquid moly, .4, and it is much better. So the brake fluid was obviously old in this, so if you get a used R1 or a used sport bike of any kind and your brakes feel kind of squishy, brakes. Ah, they're much better. Much better now. Much better. But yeah, they were real bad before. So these brakes are okay, but I would say that, maybe this is blasphemy to some people, but I like the brakes in my CB1000R better still. And the Brembos, I mean, I don't know if much compares to the brakes that were on my BMW S1000R. We had a 15 here on the channel, and those brakes were like stonkingly good. But these are okay. They get you slowed down. They don't feel that good though. We'll test them again up here. Man, that horsepower, you get over 7. Okay, brake. Yeah, okay. They're okay. Definitely not the best brakes in the world. Also, always check to see if someone's behind you before you brake like that. Alright, it's getting dark here, so I'm not sure how much you guys can still see. But, do a little pull here. Oh man, that was just second gear. My shift light came on there if you guys could see. So that was second gear. So this bike does, I don't know, whatever that was in second gear. That is, I don't know, the sense, okay, so the sense of speed, let's do this for my final impression, it's getting dark. The sense of speed on this bike is stronger than the sense of speed on the Busa. I don't know if it's because you're maybe like sitting up higher, you're more inside the bike in the Busa, so you feel more, I don't know, like down close to the ground, you feel like safer, I guess you would say. Yeah, I guess I feel safer on the Busa. Like the seating position makes you feel safer. All of these tires are better. I would love to have a set of Q3 Pluses on the Busa. That would be amazing. Those battle axes on there are like 10 years old, and yeah, probably a combination of the age and just the tire. But yeah, it's not nearly as sticky as these. But anyway, that bike feels a bit safer. This bike feels like the sense of speed feels more, I don't know, dangerous in this bike, or yeah, when you're going 100 in this bike, you're like, oh crap, going 100. On the Busa, you're going 100, it feels like absolutely nothing. Maybe the extra 100 pounds in weight on the Busa too, because it's a 550 pound bike. This is a 450 pound bike, just about wet. Maybe that lends itself to a little more feeling of security, I guess, on the Busa, which I'm probably suspecting is the case, as well as being inside the bike instead of on top of it more. But yeah, on this bike, you definitely know you're doing the speed, like at least I do. There's a bigger sense of speed. Also completely the loudness of the exhaust, so there's all kinds of factors here that give you a greater sense of speed on this particular R1 because of this exhaust. But yeah, so thanks for watching, you guys. This bike is quite the beast. Believe you with that. This bike is just a beast. It's kind of hard to wrangle. The Busa might actually be easier to ride. Maybe I'm just more used to it. But the torque, and this is like, there's more torque on the Busa, but this comes on like harder. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's more like, this bike seems to be more demanding to ride, at least for me right now. But yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to wrangle. This is definitely not a beginner bike. This is, I don't know. I say this is less of a beginner bike than the Busa even. I never thought I'd say that. But I think it'd be easier for someone to putt around in a Busa than it would be to get in an R1. Okay, specifically the Crossplane R1, because the way that low end is and how kind of jerky it is, and like it chugs around, it just feels goofy. But yeah, I mean, it might be easier to putt around on that bike than it is to putt around this bike. Plus, this has more of an aggressive riding position too. It's, you know, the riding position is more like crunched over a bit. The pegs are about the same for height for your feet, I would say, but like the riding position for your arms is, the clip-ons are underneath the triple here, and they're above the triple on the Busa. The bars, you know, sit above the Busa, the clip-ons. Anyway, all right, we better stop here because that was bright lights. We better stop here because it's getting dark. You guys ain't going to see nothing. So we will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you like this content, make sure you like and subscribe. And I always appreciate you guys. Hope everybody's doing well. And I'm going to stop this video off this loud bike, and we'll talk more about it next time when we got some more daylight. We'll talk more about the tires, do an actual pros and cons ride review once I get some more time on it, things like that. So we'll see you in the next one. Thanks again. Bye, everybody.